where a man said, as a man, resist every urge to carry an umbrella. And I was like, oh, ni rainy season dawa, you must be a joker. Resist every urge to carry an umbrella. But if you see somebody holding an umbrella and the rain meets you wherever, you will join the person Abi, but you don't want to carry an umbrella. Like all these toxic masculinity conversations on top things that we say, I beg, please refrain from such. Okay, refrain. Okay, this is the Daily News Review program on Women Radio 91.7 FM. The phone lines will be open shortly, but in the meantime, as soon as we start running through the headlines, you can start sending in your text messages to 0703 1756 537 or 08155 917 917. We're going to run through the headlines while we await our analysts to join us this morning. Quite a few things have been happening. Okay, we're going to get into it this morning. But first, our thoughts and prayers to the people in Ilorin. Yes, I woke up to see news about banditry, abductions, and killings in Kwara State. The palace of the emir was partially torched. The emir's 3 wives were abducted, and 4 children. And I was like, at this point, I've run out of what to say, to be honest. And again, as per usual, we'll talk about it. We'll beg the government to move, but our government doesn't seem to be hearing our cry when it comes to things like this. Everybody's eye is on 2027. Oyo attack still on banditry abductions. Makinde PDP camp MBA demands security overhaul. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper, we have INEC's appeal leaves opposition, aggrieved politicians in limbo. Still on the Guardian, we have when I saw this headline, the anger, the righteous indignation that rose up in me. We deployed soldiers to Benin, beg your pardon, to safeguard democratic transition, says federal government. Abductions have been happening all over Nigeria. You know what? I'm not going to get angry this morning. It's a wet morning. This day, newspaper, Wike Fubara signed agreement not to seek second term. I found that really interesting. That why would you even do that? Why would you sign an agreement? INEC asks appeal courts to overturn judgment nullifying election guidelines, says 6th day of execution. Moving on to the Daily Trust, we have 2027. Jonathan knows fate on eligibility today. Still on the Daily Trust, we have presidential primary. APC's 10 million votes were fabricated, says Atiku. In the Vanguard newspaper, we have 2027 presidency. Opposition parties in disarray produce factional candidates. Oyo school kidnap. Government under pressure as abductors demand ransom. Those are the headlines from the Vanguard newspaper. In the Premium Times newspaper, we have 2027. Despite forgery scandal, ex-minister Uche Naji emerges PDP governorship candidate. We were all here when we talked about, I think it was Premium Times who had done that investigation on the fact that the ex-minister had forged his NY certificate and he allegedly did not graduate from university. And then now, it was also on here that I came out to say, I think it was Adeyemi who was on duty that day. I came out to say, how is it that there are no repercussions to actions? How is it that this man is still running for something, knowing fully well that there's a scandal surrounding him? He allegedly has committed a crime, not just a crime, but 2 crimes. And Adeyemi was like, oh, well, you know, who knows if he has gone ahead to write his exam, one thing. Because now he is emerging as PDP governorship candidate in Enugu State. This is well in Nigeria. Tinubu applauds Rangers after dramatic NPFL title victory. In the Nation newspaper, we have federal government declares Wednesday, Thursday as public holidays to mark Eid al-Adha celebration. In Still on the Nation newspaper, so you see, the thing about holidays is, I know that I'm not even going to enjoy the holiday because I'll be at work, but I prefer when the holiday is like Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday. Let's know what we're doing. It won't be a holiday in the middle of the week. How? Please, all those in charge of giving holidays, be guided. Okay, JAM schedules UTFE mop-up for June 13. Moving on to the cable newspaper, Achievers University accuses ex-staff, 320 students of 457 million naira fee scam. When I saw this, I said, huh? What happened was, this ex-staff that they're accusing, she used to be a student of Achievers University, graduated and now became a staff of the university. Apparently, she worked in the bursar's office. So when students come to pay, she gives them her POS and the money is going to her account. Now, the problem is, when you say 320 students, because these 320 students that were paying, did they know that they were paying into her personal account, or did they know they were paying into the school's accounts? That's why it is. Because if you say you want to accuse 300, like, it is not 2 students or 320 students, they were paying their school fees. I'm sure they paid the full amount of fees to a staff in the bursar's office. So when you say you're accusing them, Koyemi, and all these monies happened in 2023, 2024, 2025. I'm actually really interested in this, because is this person in Nigeria? How do you steal such monies and you're still in Nigeria? How do you steal such monies and you're able to sleep at night? How do you steal such monies and you're still able to perpetrate even more crime? Adeleke backs Tinubu re-election, says he's our father and leader. Those are the headlines from the cable online. In the Daily Post, we have APC primaries. We did not impose a single candidate, says Yewada. Laughable, inflated ADC blast APC over alleged 11 million membership claim. In the Tribune newspaper, we have Imo State police arrest 24 suspects, recover cannabis sativa, 60 unregistered motorcycles. Lastly, on the Tribune, we have Bauchi Sec approves over 300% pay package for traditional rulers. Again, I was like, what on earth is going on here? What do you mean? No, what do you mean? What do you mean you gave them over 300% pay package? These areas that we're talking about are poor areas, are areas that have been ridden with banditry and abductions and killings, but you are giving 300% pay package to the traditional rulers to do what exactly? What have they done to warrant or to deserve this kind of payment? I'm just asking questions. And I think the more we ask ourselves questions, we realize that 2 plus 2 is not becoming 4. 2 plus 2 is not becoming 4. Lastly, in the headlines this morning, we have pen pushing. Iyabo Obasanjo congratulates Tinubu on emergence of All Progressives Congress presidential candidates. Lastly, I have established security outfits to dislodge criminal elements from the Southwest Forest, says Sunday Igboho. Those are the headlines from the dailies this morning. You're going to do well to get you a copy. Better still stick around with us as we slide right into tackling the ones that have caught our eye this morning, as we welcome our analysts. Adiolu Adeyemi, good morning.
Good morning, Fumi. Good morning to all our family around the world. It's good to be here. Though it's a rainy day, are you enjoying
the rainy day? Yeah. This morning I said to myself, I could have been sleeping, but I have to work, because this weather is perfect for sleeping. For sleeping, but we have to work. I don't know how I'm going to manage today, because I can feel my body asking for sleep. But yeah, let's get into the first one. In the Punch newspaper. I woke up to see this news this morning. Adeyemi, Kwara State again. Kwara State again, abductions and killings. Suspected bandits on Monday, that was yesterday, launched a coordinated midnight attack on the Yashikira community in the Baritan local government area of Kwara State, burning a section of the Emir's palace and abducting 3 wives and 4 children of the traditional ruler Alhaji Umar Seriki. The Emir was able to escape unharmed, but his 3 wives have been taken. 4 of his children have also been taken. A resident who spoke on condition of anonymity said he described the chaos that followed the invasion. He said he had just finished talking to his dad, and he said 3 of the wives of the emir and 4 of the children were abducted. He said people were running helter-skelter because of the sporadic gunshots they were hearing. Some obtained injuries, some while they were escaping, and they cannot even confirm the exact number of people who have been injured. He said the attackers came on motorcycles and moved straight to the palace. And then they torched the palace, causing significant. Anybody who has a house, regardless of how small you think your house is, it costs a lot of money, to build a house. How much more rebuilding it after a situation like this? 10 people were abducted, according to the spokesperson of the Kwara State Police Command, and it goes on and on and on and on to describe, this really, really heinous crime. Adeyemi, what say you? Because I feel like we're becoming a broken record when it comes to speaking about these abductions that have been happening, speaking about, the killings as well. We have become a clanging cymbal, it just sounds like, oh yeah, we're nagging, they say, oh yeah, but we have not seen anything. Over the weekend, 2 weeks ago, Oyo State was literally held to hostage. We saw I didn't watch the video. There's no how I'm going to watch such a video of a man being gruesomely killed. But even in Oyo State, up until now, as of this morning, I was reading a headline that said the hoodlums have now said that what was it they said? They want to have a conversation with the government. The conversation is, let's see what we can, like, are you going to yield to our demand or not? I wanted to read something that I saw this morning. Now, the Human Rights Commission, the Nigerian Human Rights Commission, have said they received a staggering 267,787 human rights complaints across Nigeria in the month of April. Raising fresh concerns over worsening insecurity, abuse of authority, gender-based violence, and shrinking civic space in the country. That's how much complaints they got in April of 2026. Another thing I want to read is, I'm looking for it. I don't know if you saw this morning. The federal government has sent the military to Benin Republic to observe, to just make sure that there's no unrest, there's no civil unrest as they are having their election. And I was like, for the life of me, how? Because Nigeria that needs this, and it's the same problem even with our electricity. Nigeria that needs 24/7 electricity, we're busy giving somebody else. Like, do we just like, I don't know. This is not even good Samaritan. I don't even know what word to use. But yeah, I'm just going to hand over to you because I'm lost for words.
Thank you for me. Well, the situation is just pathetic. And as a country, as a nation, we're in a dire situation at the moment. Our prayer is that God will rescue us because we have seen that the government, to some extent, I don't understand their position anymore. That's the honest truth about the whole thing. But having said that, I think it's the right time for us to put pressure on the national government to establish the state police. It is very, very important as it is at the moment because with the state police, I think these menace of these criminals can be curbed to a large extent. We have seen that the federal policing and what have you, even the Nigeria army, they don't seem to be up and doing. Like I said the last time, what is expected? I said what we have at hand is not just crime being committed. What we have at hand is war that's not actually ongoing against the state Nigeria. But I don't know why the authority are taking it with a kid glove, handling it as if it's just a normal crime that is being committed. No, this is a war that has been declared against Nigeria as a state. So what we need to do is to, fight headlong and, give it to them back. This is war. And if the war is being perpetrated in no part, this is ambushing. If the government don't know, they are ambushing the nation. That's what it implies. It's happening from different quarters. And at the end of the day, we'll be in the middle. So where do we escape to? Where do we go from? So it is time that the government of the nation, the National Assembly, needs to expedite action on making sure that the state police becomes a reality within a short time. They should stop sleeping. They are sleeping. They are sleeping on their work. They are sleeping on duty. And their sleeping is costing the life and the property of Nigerians. This is not acceptable as it is prepared to face the situation. But I don't think that's the same position that the Southwest and the Southeast leaders will want to take. Now, the war is now in Southwest. I think now is the time for the governors and the leaders of thought, the spiritual leaders, the Obas in the Southwest, and the warriors to come up and strategize. There must be a measure to curb this menace. We must not allow what happened in the North to take place in the Southwest. That means when that happens, we don't have a country anymore.
Yep.
That is the implication. We don't have a country anymore because this is still more like the safe haven for everybody. And, those who have been, displaced from the North, you'll find that majority of the Northerners are in the Southwest now. They're in the southern part of the country. So now, if the southern part of the country is being ravaged again by the same elements, then where do we go? Where do we go? So I think now is the time for the Southwest governors and the people, the leaders of thought, to please put their hands together and take a measure, a drastic one. Please, that is very, very important. Then another thing, you see, the mistake that we have been making over the time, and I would say this has to do with the northern leaders, they are complicit. Whether we like it or not, we must say the truth as it is. If that's the only thing that can save us, because the Bible says you will know the truth, and the truth that you know will set you free. It's not just knowing the truth only, it's doing the truth and saying the truth. That is what will actually set you free. Now, but what has happened is that what has brought about this situation to where we are today is the fact that, one, they are being shielded. These criminal elements are being shielded. And at the same time, you are granting them amnesty. And you are saying you are also introducing them into the society. And you are granting them 3 million. These are criminals. But the victims, you left them perpetually in a camp, dehumanizing them. Can you rationalize this situation? Can you just imagine what it is? What the country are we? What the people that we are? Criminal elements, you are giving them good things, you are creating an enabling environment for them, you are encouraging them, you are giving them money for what? And the people whose loved ones were killed, who have been displaced from their homes, who you have kept perpetually in the ID camp, you left them vulnerable without giving them anything. You did not reintroduce them back to their villages, to their communities. You did not give them something to start their life with, but you are giving criminal elements. Then what do you expect? Who will see that one and not see and feel that this is a lucrative business? This is a way to get something from the government. That is what is encouraging what we see today. When you don't prosecute, there's nobody that has been executed. Because look, let me tell you, the crime they have committed, whether you like it or not, is a capital crime. Taking the life of the other person without any cause. It's not self-defense. These are harmless people that you just go to their community, you kill them, butcher them just like meat. You destroy their means of livelihood. You destroy their property. You displace them from their home. You will abduct them, dehumanize them, rape them, subject them. Can you imagine? I saw one of the videos where one of the students that were abducted shows their body, how they were being battered. You can see the stripes.
Yeah.
The bruises of the stripes on the body of this young man. And are you going to tell me that when these idiots are being captured, that they should be granted amnesty? No. No. I said no. Peter, no. What? The moment they are being arrested, the moment they are being captured, the moment these children are being rescued and these criminal elements are being arrested, then let them be tortured. Look, I think it is time. You see, we always say in this part of the country, we talk about jungle justice, that is, look, I'm a lawyer. But the truth of the matter is that the situation on ground, I don't think the law is even capable of handling it anymore. I think the people should resolve, honestly, because we will not continue. Yoruba will say, we cannot continue to open our eyes. And these idiots continue to take over our country, take over our community, displace our people, subject us to dehumanization, and oppressing us, destroying our lives, and we'll keep quiet. Please, for heaven's sake, the gun and everything they are using, is it not true Western education that is being produced? They should tell me which of this Islamic teaching has produced any of those guns. When they say Boko Haram, book is haram, book is forbidden. We should be truthful to ourselves. It is time, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, we must be objective with our thinking.
Yeah.
We should not just say, okay, this is what the tenets of our religion says, and we follow it.
We have a call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Your name is? Yeah. The rain today, I hope it doesn't spoil the network today. Please go ahead, Ayemi. I think we've lost that call.
So we should not be blind followers.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the Bible, there's the people they call the Berean Christians, that after they have been, whatever they have read, they have received from their leaders, they go back home to revise and see if what they have been taught that day is what they could follow or not, if they can take it in or not. That is how we should behave. That is what makes a follower. You should not be a blind follower. Your leader may not know, your leader cannot know it all. There's no person that has the monopoly of knowledge. So if your leader says this, I've seen on occasions when I was attending a particular church, when the pastor preaches in a particular direction, I will tell my wife, I said, this pastor has missed this, though. That's the truth. Yes, I said the pastor don't goof. My wife will say, do I know more than the pastor? I said the pastor don't goof. You know, women, like you people, you always you follow. When you are following, you follow. You don't see the mistakes of people. But at the end of the day, she will come back to me. There was a particular time when I didn't even go to church. She will just come back and say, the man retracted his words. So in that direction, you said that he actually said he goofed. That's not the direction to go. I said, look, it's mathematics.
Yeah.
When you put 1 and 2 together, you know the result. So, but when somebody just come and say, because you will say, hey, Rev, what Rev? Rev Tonkobawa. Where we are today, Rev Lobuwadebe. Because we just follow them blindly. We don't ask questions. I've had an opportunity when they said there's a question and answer period in my church, and the pastor was taking us in a particular direction. I asked him question. I fear nobody. The only person I fear is God. The only thing that will happen to me is to go and rest. All the my children wants to go to school. My kidney go. I'll just go and sit with Baba God and be enjoying myself. I asked him the question. I said, sir, and for the past 3 days, you said you have been strategically positioning us so that we know who to pitch our attention to or not. I said, please, can you shed more light? I want to know. I don't want to be like the Americans that went to the Vietnam War. At the end of the day, they became missing in action. I don't want to become missing in action. That is how we should be.
Yeah.
We should fear nobody. The only person we should be afraid of is God. And why should we be afraid of God? Because we all, as human beings, we are going to account for everything that we do here on earth. Whatever you do here on earth, you will account for it. So why don't you? Because look, whether you like it or not, they said, even it's in the Bible, that fear him that can destroy the body and the soul. And you are anybody that kills the other person, you only kill the body. You can't kill the soul. But fear him who can kill the body and the soul. Because why? If at the end of the day, you are found wanting before him, you go to hell. And then they say it's an everlasting fire, where the person will be tormented, born, and your body will not disintegrate. So imagine when we are under scorching sun, and somebody now goes into fire, inside, volcano. Imagine somebody inside volcano burning. You can imagine the pain. So please, it is time for our leaders to please understand that we cannot continue to go in the same direction and want to get different results. If, like we said sometimes, and people have been saying it, tí ìgbéyàwó wa tí ò bá lè bring harmony, then kọ́kọ́ àtìyàwó come along wọn. That's very truth. If we cannot live together as one Nigeria, if we cannot live together as one Nigeria, then please, we should all go our different ways. So that, look, I can have peace. I won't say because I want to make sure that we are the big largest black nation in the world. So therefore, we will continue to go through what we are going through. No, it doesn't matter. We'll still be recognized. The Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausas, and because I don't know who are the Fulanis. Fulani is not part of our people in Nigeria. Yes, they are foreigners. We should not understand that. The people, what I read in my history, that's why once it comes to history, in school. What I read in school our history, Hausa Bokwai, the Kanuri, and the Yorubas and the Igbos, the Bibios, the Ethics, the Nupes. These are the history that we read. So why is it that they have not come and they have taken over the country, and yet we who are the original people of the country, we are sitting down and we are looking and they are destroying us and we are not saying anything? No, enough is enough.
Oh boy. Okay. We have some messages this morning. I mean, it reached to be angry because we are like, I've been seeing that quite a few people are getting angrier and angrier, and I'm hoping that anger counts for something and it moves the needle when it comes to caring for Nigerians, because we're all not blind now. We are not blind. Yes, the election is coming. For me, I'm like, this is even the more reason why you should be talking about the killings and the abductions and doing something about it, because election is going to happen in January 2027. Once that happens, whoever is say, for instance, the president, we see that the president is moving. We're seeing that people are being arrested. The insecurity has reduced. It will be a no-brainer. It's like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was able to quench quench insecurity in Nigeria. It's a no-brainer. People will vote for him. But in the height of this insecurity, people's families are being abducted. People are paying millions of naira to get their people back. Not to now talk about the psychological effect on them. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, Mr. DM.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Omotosho Lukman from Akuti.
It's been a long time, Omotosho. Good morning. I'm vexing for you. Why have you not been calling us?
We are struggling to survive.
I understand. I understand as well. I understand it as well.
So, I really thank Mr. DM for saying to the should be said. You see, I don't know, those people that gathered us together as one Nigeria, I don't know, I don't want to kick against it, but the thing is, reality is coming on board, whether we like it or not. So, if we cannot relate together as brothers, I think it's better we stand away outside the bond. Then another thing is this. I heard on social media that some people, even against Sunday group, rescue the Western, Southwestern people. I don't know what are those set of people that they are blaming the president that they should not allow that or something like that. The president should not even listen to them. Whichever way we can use to rescue ourselves within this corporate Nigeria, we should be able to do it. Whether the Igbos have a way of getting out of this medium, I think it's better. Whether the Igbos, they have, I did this when I was in school and I had credit on that. So I don't know why they cancel Israel. I don't see Fulanis are not, they are just one Ghana. So the way I call it, that's the way the president they don't have a permanent abode. So why should they be now turn their back? I mean, they now turn their back against what what do you call it? In our own land. It's very wrong. I don't know. We should do something about it. And the issue of pardoning them after the criminal acts have been committed is very wrong. I don't know the set of people. I don't know those people that we have on top of this Nigerian administration. They should think twice. The justice should be meted out to those people that are concerned. I don't know, if you are a criminal, you are a criminal. Nothing more than a criminal. Every other thing that you are doing is cashier. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, let's take these messages. We have this one from Adeshido Wasiu. He says, let me use this medium to congratulate the Speaker of Kwara, State House of Assembly for winning the APC governorship primary and now is the candidate of the APC in Kwara State. My advice to people from Kwara South is to support Mr. Danladi Omar so that he can tackle this insecurity which has dislodged many villagers in Kwara North and South. This is an opportunity for both zones to come together and join hands with the governor to send these terrorists back to where they came from. And I believe the people of Kwara Center, where I come from, also will support them. We cannot allow these terrorists take over our villages. Thank you so much for your message. He says, additional Wasiu in Okeoyi, the capital of Ilorin East, Kwara State. Next up, we have Mayor from Ikotumegbe says, I salute you people in the studio. Let it be on record that I bought a kilo of gas, 2,000 naira last night. Under master strategist called Tinubu, and the man that scored over 1 million in APC primaries, in which many of us know as 419 votes from Association of Professional Criminals, APC. Wow. This is no type of American wonder we have not. There is no type of American wonder we have not witnessed in the life of the master strategist government. What do you expect from a man whose ways are full of controversy? Thank you so much for your message, Mayor. Echo doing in advance, I think, yes. Additional said so. Olusola Ajayi from Modern Like Odo says, Atiku and Rotimi, two unserious and selfish politicians. How can you form coalition, excuse me, without deciding who will be the flag bearer of the party? When two brothers are fighting, a stranger will inherit their papa property. I will advise the ADC to put their house in order and wait for 2031. Any house that's divided against itself cannot stand. Well said, well said. Thank you so much for your messages. Please keep them coming. 0703 1756 537 or 08155 917 917. You can send your messages, your texts, your voice notes to those numbers. And then, of course, the phone lines are now open 07000 917 917 or 0800 1235 917. Okay, let's just move straight into the second. Oh, Ademe, did you want to respond to any of the messages?
Please.
Sorry, I should have asked.
Yes, I want to respond to part of the last caller's views.
Okay.
You see, you talk about politics. The election is around the corner, and we have seen that this is a pattern that is being deployed by the northern elites, especially when the southerners are the ones at the ends of affair in this nation. That's exactly what they did during the era of Goodluck Jonathan Ebele. With Nigerians, they are playing politics with the life of Nigerians. If this man decides to take that route and said, okay, kill them, shoot aside, the next thing is that, don't forget that when we asked them, when the Nigerian army, when they went headlong with the criminals way back then, the next thing they came out, they said they are their warriors, that they are killing their warriors. That was the statement that they made, the Northern elites made, that they are killing their warriors. That means that they are the one behind the whole thing. Because how can people, a set of people, be killing the people, destroying the life and property of the people, and you said they are your warriors, that they should not be curbed? They should not be neutralized. Then something is wrong. That is exactly what is ongoing. That's the same politics they are playing at the moment. They want to make sure that they call a dog a bad name. So that, and you see, most times when we look at these politicians, you see, I'm not apologetic for what I'm going to say, and that's the honest truth about it. The forward northern politicians who are head-bent in getting to the presidency at all costs, when we say it is not yet your time, these are the people behind. They have been behind it for over the years. They are the people behind this. Let them come out and say no, that they don't know anything about it. Have you ever seen them castigating their killers? Have you ever seen them saying anything against it? That no, this killing has to stop. You never see them say that. The only thing they will do is to continue to put a bad name, is to continue to paint the other man, the southerner, every time in a different image. What you are causing, you are putting it on the other person, because you want the other person to be seen in a bad light, and you are the architect, you are the brain behind it, you are the executionist. You understand? And you are the one sponsoring, you are the one doing everything, and yet you are putting it on another person, so that we are seeing the other person in a bad light. That is why, you see, I am sorry that we Southerners, the way we castigate ourselves is not the best. We are not doing ourselves any good at all. Everything that is happening, whatever problem that we are faced with today in Nigeria, is caused by the northern elites. That's the honest truth. The only thing is that our so-called southern leaders are complicit as well, because in areas where they ought to raise their voice, to lend their voice, they wouldn't. In areas where they ought to say, no, we will not go that direction, they will just allow, because they want their support. That's where I said they are complicit. That's where I said they are also, whether you like it or not, we can't exonerate them completely. But I will tell you, the actors of everything that is happening in this nation today, Nigeria, are the northern elites. Let them come to the open and debunk it. Let them report it today. We would give them evidences. So, as I said, it is for us, the Southerners, to please, I want us to support ourselves. Until we come together as one, we cannot rescue ourselves from the hand of these people. Until they see that we are a formidable force, a force to reckon with, a mountain that cannot be climbed by a feeble person. Until they see it that way, they will not understand. They will still feel that the nation Nigeria belongs to them. If somebody can wake up one day and say, from the desert of the Sahara Desert to the coastal area of Nigeria belongs to them, is that not insanity? For crying out loud. In Nigeria, there are people that are predominant in every geographical location. How do you annex the southern part, the coastal part, the Lagos, Delta, Port Harcourt from your north, from the desert, and you say you own that place, that your father owns it? No, we should be honest with ourselves. It is time that we say the truth. We say it the way it is.
Hello, good morning. We have another call. Adi, I'm so sorry to cut you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Evangelist Dixon. Please go ahead. We cannot hear you, Evangelist Dixon. We cannot hear you, Evangelist. Please try calling the other line, 0800 1235 917 or 07. I'm not sure which one you called now, but 07000 917 917 or 0800 1235 917. So I wanted to ask a question, Ademi. This born to rule mindset that we have. Yesterday each time I think about it, I think I just get even more perplexed at it. Yesterday, I was reading with my daughter, and we're history. Yeah, we were doing history, and the topic was, one of the topics was about what happened after amalgamation, after independence, and then what I found very interesting was the first prime minister. I don't think I ever paid attention to it. Was Sir Tafawa Balewa.
No, yeah. Sudan is the one that made that statement.
Yeah. So I was like, so I said to myself, that this was, when you check the trajectory of Nigeria's, whether democracy or military rule, we've had more northerners ruling Nigeria than South. Because I used to be of the opinion that, look, it doesn't matter who rules as long as the person is competent. And I asked somebody the same question, and she was like, look, just so that people don't feel sidelined or relegated, it's important that it goes through all the regions. So is it a case of they believe that they're the ones that are in charge of Nigeria because when the British came, they came through the northern coastal line? Or what exactly could be behind the mentality of thinking that they are the ones supposed to lead a country?
Thank you very much, Fumi. These are one of the...
I think Evangelist Dixon has called back. Good morning, Evangelist Dixon. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, Sam.
Morning, sir.
In fact, sometimes I don't really know what to say. We that have advanced in Darling ministry, all these bandits are kidnapping does not happen. Because if it happens in any state, the administration in that state will be held responsible. All these things happen. Look at all the state governors. You don't even feel concerned. Even the not politics these people are using, maybe to distract our attention so we not focus on what they are doing in election, or I don't really know. And some of these things that's happening, it's not affecting. I didn't know that any of the maybe governor students kidnapped or president students is Nigeria will stand still. Is that not so? What is really happening? We need to look inward. We maybe democracy is not good for us. Whether meritocracy or one thing, let's change another, because anytime election is coming on, is when this kidnapping and bandit normally, we are high. And I think you rightly say, Adeyemi, this sometimes add another. Now they are bombing them. Some of them are now saying they are bombing their family. I don't know when military. Remember when one of the Igbomos was chief of army staff, he was busy with them. He did not take and they throw him off. So which means government about this thing. And there sometimes I don't really know what to do. Because remember what is it not one of the head of state said that either what's that any bandit that lasted or any Canada that government has handled. If this thing want to stop this, how can this war play for 4 hours? Nobody interfere. Which is something is wrong. The state government is there. The federal government is there. Let's say the state government that is closer to them. Nothing. So something is really happening. I told you last time, if we can start declaring state of measures, any state that this thing happens, all these things will stop. They don't know what is going on. Maybe to distract our attention, we know how they are doing or one thing or the other. But God is watching them because there's something anybody did one day, the God will not see. So I say, man, some of us see, and let's say, people is title, evangelist is title, some of this thing is title. The true believer do, after listening to your pastor to a man, you go back to the Bible and find out whether all this. If you're not able to listen, you're on your phone. Some of them, when I started here, even with Quran, telling them that most of the things they are doing, initially it was when I'm preaching many to they are throwing bottles. And I told me, cannot stop God's work. I continue.
All right.
Because I need to call some of their open them. Every true Muslim will have Bible.
All right.
We should allow regions, we should not allow these politicians and everybody. We should always tend to do one thing. If you do and get it, I cannot get it from God. So to learn to Nigeria or something like that. Nigeria is good. God bless you. Well done, Adeyemi.
Thank you so much for your call. Yes, Adeyemi, you wanted to respond to my question.
Yes, before I even go to your question, there is a proverb in Yoruba that says, Igi gogoro magumi loju, a pointing a stick, not to prick my eye. You look from distance. And how do you look from distance in this situation? It is time for every Nigerian in every state of the federation. Look, if the sitting governor does not do anything, does not take action, they have to be proactive. It is not until the situation comes to be before they will take action. Then we should go and override them, take control of their office. Look, Lucinous is no longer sentiment. If we don't do it, if we don't go to their doorstep and demands for our safety, for measures to be taken to protect us and our family and all that we have, then when they enter inside with us, nothing will happen. No. Now inside bush, person go the lavish show with this idiot beating, manhandling people, raping people's wife in their presence, raping people's daughter in their presence. What an oh God! Look. Honestly, this is not. We are not going to continue to live with it. Now, like you said, how did they come about this? That the Hausa has gone through all this stuff. The British, on their part, they messed up. They messed up because of their selfish interest in the nation Nigeria, because of our resources, because they want people they can control, because they understood very well way back then that the Southeast and the Southwest are well educated. Well educated. And the resources to manage the nation abounds in the Southwest and the Southeast. So, and they saw the northern part of the country as, okay, these are people that will listen to them. And they gave them that understanding that you people do not have any economic power. You don't have educational power. The only thing you can do to operate and for you to be recognized in the nation is called administrative power. Mm-hmm. That was how this so-called, I don't know why honestly, if I am to be a leader of Nigeria, do you know I will disassociate this country from the British? Honestly, I will remove us from the Commonwealth. We will have nothing to do with them because they are the cause of our calamity today.
Actually, for most countries in Africa as well, yeah.
I don't know somebody who oppressed me, somebody who took all my things away. I'll not still be your friend, and I'll be answering to you. For what? I don't want to see you again.
Yeah.
I go your father's house, I go my father's house. I should be able to. You see, the problem is, if we can stand on our own economically, honestly, we will call their bluff. It's the honest truth. It's because our leaders, they are so myopic in their thinking. They don't understand that the only thing that can emanate them from being a stooge, from being slave to this British, is to be economically empowered, to establish your people, educate your people, put those things there that will make your nation great, that other nations can come to your beckon. That is what they need to do. Now, talking about the Northerners, now you understand that because of the time they have spent in power, particularly in the military, that has given them some kind of leverage, making them to believe that they have it all, that they are born to rule. Because why? The southern people, we don't like to send our children into the military. We don't want, after you have invested so much in your child or in your children, as one idiot, we just one day and said they are raising war on the Pomolomo. These are the problems. Because they know they are educationally wise, they are lacking behind. So all they do is just to push them into the military. And from that aspect, you see, even when we were investigating about the late president, you understand that my father was a retired military officer. And I got to understand that, look, the Southerners that are well educated, these people, they put the so-called uneducated military personnel on them, they become their boss.
Right.
That's how they treated, of course, because there's no voice. And the Southerners, we have one problem, particularly the Yorubas. We must say it the way it is this morning. The Yorubas, instead of you, instead of you to lift your brothers up, you are the one that want to pull him down. You don't want people to equal with you. Exactly what Obasanjo is doing to everyone that wants to become a Yoruba president. That's
my gosh! How do we
get want
there
anybody to surpass him? No, we must be honest. We must be honest with ourselves today. These are the problem, and that is why these people are doing what they are doing. Until we Southerners, until we understand that we have to hold ourselves together, we can stand. Together, we can climb the ladder. Together, we can get to that height and be what we want to be. Until then, if you go to any establishment, I'm telling you, I'm talking even today, if you go to any institution, and you happen to see that the person at the end of your there is a Yoruba man, and you are a Yoruba person, and you believe that on that leverage, you have the opportunity. I'm telling you, even when you speak your language, it will pretend as if he doesn't understand the language. And he will tell you, no, go back, go and go through the due process. You have to do this, you have to do that. But these other people, it's not so. The moment they speak their language, they have it all. And that is why when NNPC contract was abolished one way or the other, they are crying foul up and down. In those days, NNPC letter for contract, now then they get them. They will not come out of NNPC and sell it to the people that is going to execute it. They would. Can you imagine? Honestly, we have been messed for a long time. A long time, these people have been giving us shit, and we are not doing anything about it. It is time for us. The young blacks need to understand where we are coming from. That no, we need to take this country. We have to rescue this country. We are going to salvage it. Then we are going to salvage it together. We must rescue the soul of this country. That's the only way out. Nobody is above the other person. We're all equal.
Well said. All right. On that note, we've come to the end of the Daily News Review. I don't think I've seen or heard Adeyemi so upset about something since I've started. But I get the anger, and I get it, because at this point it's like, what else? What is now remaining? Our last message today says, "Good morning, crew. Kudos to Mr. Adeyemi. He's spoken the minds of the majority of Nigeria. We honestly need drastic measures to stop this cruelty against innocent Nigerians. Enough is enough." Conley from Magboro says, thank you so much this morning for being a part of the Daily News Review program. Tomorrow is our Children's Day, happening at Women Radio Grounds at 7 Beachland Road, Arepo. So bring your children. It's free. We're going to be having so much fun tomorrow. So bring them. At least let them to enjoy small thing inside this holiday. And of course, we know that the government has given us a holiday Wednesday and Thursday. Once again, Adeyemi, thank you so much for coming on the program this morning. Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your day. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
All right, bye.